Hello and welcome to my channel. This is your girl Cassandra Nina, and today we'll be talking all things British Airways. That's the pros and cons for working within their company. But before I start, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like my channel and share the travel goodness. Okay, so I'll get straight into it. A little bit about myself. Prior to working for British Airways, I was a teaching assistant as well as a makeup artist for MAC Cosmetics, which I really did love. But I had this desire, burning desire to travel as well. I'd actually written on my vision board a year before traveling that I want to travel, and here I am. Okay, so the pros. Of course, my number one pro is traveling. Seeing the world. You get to see the world, and there's just nothing like it. It's like a humbling, awe-inspiring. It's just really cool. It's really good. I really enjoy it. I get to see places that I would have never just been to, or even like Sydney. That was never somewhere that I thought I'd be going, but I did go. I did love it. I've been to probably about 25 countries. I've been working for British Airways for a year and 4 months so far. I love it. I still really love it. I still get really excited when my new roster is coming out and I've got to find out where I'm traveling to. Every month we've got a roster that comes out, and it tells you where you are going to be going for that month, which is still really cool. It's just the traveling, man. Traveling is great. It's phenomenal, and people travel all the time, so they know there's nothing like traveling. There's nothing like traveling for me. If you're a traveler that loves traveling and seeing new things and experiencing new things, then this is like the top highlight of the job, is traveling. Which leads me to advantage pro number 2. That's getting to share the experience with someone else. Now, the great thing with British Airways is that they have something called staff travel, and with that staff travel you're able to then decide who you want to have on it, and they can travel wherever they want to as well. You don't have to be with them. But I have had the pleasure of sharing my travel experiences, some of them with my beautiful, lovely cousin, which has been absolutely amazing. We've been to Vegas together and San Diego, and I feel like I'm missing somewhere else, but those are the 2 places that came into my head, and it was just great. We what did we do in Vegas? We went to a pool party. That was a highlight. Breakfast, a buffet with flamingos outside, that was a highlight. Going on the Vegas Strip, highlight. San Diego, highlight was being on the beach. There were so many activities there. That was absolutely epic and cool. Going to the zoo, I think it's the largest in the world. Being able to share your experiences with loved ones, so you get 2 staff travels to do that, which is amazing. Advantage number 3, you get to bid for where you want to go to. You get to bid for where you want to go. You don't always get it all the time, but I've been really successful in getting the places I want to bid to, travel to. So some of the places I've done, oh gosh, I was about to say Thailand. I'm about to do Thailand, which I bidded for last month, and I'm really excited. I've bidded for San Diego, bidded for Vegas, bidded for Cape Town, which I really did enjoy. Best cuisine, drinks is in South Africa, with great prices as well. I don't think anywhere has touched South Africa when it comes to the cuisine and drinks. Okay, I'm going into the countries now, but yeah, it's just that's it. You get to bid, you get to choose and pick where you want to go. I find there to be some sort of flexibility within British Airways, which I absolutely love. So if you've got something coming up that you need to do, you can call for unpaid leave. You don't always get it, but I've been successful in getting that. Sometimes you can swap trips around. If you're like, you know what, I did Canada last month, I'm looking to do Muscat now, you can actually swap, and that's something that I really actually love. I love that ability to be able to go, hey yo, can we swap or change? And they've also got a swap page, so that brings about flexibility. I just love that whole system of being able to bid, and it doesn't always work out, but for the fact that it's there and it's an option and it does work out sometimes, it just makes it so cool. It just brings about, you know, I've got some freedom within what I'm doing as well. So I do enjoy that. I think those would be my top 3. The fact that you get to travel the world, that you get to experience it with somebody else because it's heavily discounted. So staff travel is something where you can get friend, family member, whoever, and they get a heavily discounted trip or buy on their travels. And like I said, they don't always have to travel with you. My cousin has enjoyed traveling to go and see her friends in America, and that was that without me being there. So yeah, that is something that I really am grateful for within the company, and I know companies do that in general. They give discounts to their employees, but this is a good discount, right? The privilege you get is amazing, and the fact that you get to bid. So yes, and I've bidded for Muscat in China, which I got on my roster. Something I do regret is not having done vlogs previously, but I'm here now, so we won't cry over spilled milk. I'm going to start vlogging now. There will be a new post up every week of the countries I've been to, and when I travel abroad, it's just great. I'm a big book reader, so I will be sharing books that I've read. I've currently just finished Gary Vee's Crushing It, so you'll be also seeing book reviews. It takes me about an hour to get to work, but there's some people that travel from far. I'm talking Glasgow, Dublin. I met a girl that traveled from Holland. So there are a lot of people that they really do travel far and wide for this job. And you know what? It's like a lifestyle. You're traveling, it's like a lifestyle. This is, I'm sure, my favorite job. Okay, Mac was a great job as well. I really did enjoy that, but I would say British Airways, Mac Cosmetics, you know, they're both about on par, but I do love the traveling a lot more. It's just because you get to travel out and about and see the world. It's amazing. What other privileges? You get to meet great people. You get to meet people abroad. You get to meet people from different walks of life. Even within the job itself, you come across so many personalities. It's crazy. I mean, you meet people that are different from you, so not your cup of tea, but that's not a bad thing. They're just different. Their vibes are different from your vibes, and I just take it that, okay, buddy, me and you are different. It's cool. Get the job done. A great advantage as well is that the work is within the plane. You work, you give it your all, you do everything you've got to do, but the minute you are off that plane, you're off it. You get to enjoy, experience the world. You can be sipping your cocktail on the beach if that's your cup of tea or your cup of glass, you know, and it's just amazing that you get to do that and get paid whilst being abroad. So every hour you're away from home, you get paid. It's called an hourly rate. It's called EPH, but I need to really elapse. I need to find out what it stands for properly. I enjoy the traveling, I enjoy the humbling experience, I enjoy, sometimes it's actually overwhelming, nostalgia. I like the whole packing before going, especially when I was traveling with my cousin. I found it really exciting. Okay, have you packed this? What are you doing? What are we doing? I like to always research the country before going. I'm going to Calgary, which is in Canada. I've never been there, so I'm going to do some research for that. In 2 days time I'll be going there, and I've also got Thailand coming up next week, which I'm super excited about because it's my first time there, and I'll be traveling with someone that I met whilst at work, and she just seemed really cool. So it's always nice when you get to do that, and I'm excited about actually vlogging it, and that being my first official vlog in which I'll be putting up on the channel. So please bear and grow with me because I'm growing, and yeah, I'm growing as in this is a journey for me and something that is great to look back on as well. And it's just about, a lot of people do share things, and I just thought this would be great to share, to actually be sharing my experiences as well as other things, life I balance outside of work. I also act, so it's great. The fact that you can sometimes call up and go, can I have unpaid leave for tomorrow? Or, you know, there's just things that, there are ways that you could sort of work around things. Can I maybe have an earlier shift? You could ask somebody, you know, this is a late report, I need to do this in the morning or later on. Are you arriving earlier? There are ways you can work around it. But I will be sharing life in general on here, but it will be all about travel, all the places that I'll be going to as well. So that's cool. Moving on to the disadvantages and the cons. Okay, so what I can say is that a big con would probably be missing special occasions and moments with your family or friends, or just things that you want to be around for. You don't get the privilege of doing that sometimes. Sometimes you do try to call for the unpaid leave, or, you know, you try to see what they can do, but it just can't be done. But then you have to, I have to say to myself, this is what I signed up for. No use crying over spilled milk. You know, take the good and bad, and that's it. So I would say that's my disadvantage, and probably waking up some really early hours, but you get used to it and it's fine. So I think for the first 3 months I was like, oh my gosh, you've got to get used to this. You know, it's something really new. It's new for your body. It's key to take good care of yourself. The disadvantage is that you could get run down. You can like get extremely tired, but you learn to take better care of yourself, which is the stage I'm in now. So I feel a lot stronger, don't get tired all the time, on top of my vitamins, eating correctly as much as possible. I mean, I still do have fun, and like a whole lot of exercise. You'll see some of my fitness routines here properly. My brother's a personal trainer, that helps a lot. So I'll be sharing all of that and trying to eat right and just knowing how to balance things. If I'm eating anyhow how I want to one day, trying to balance it the next day. So I would say that is a disadvantage, I guess. And I guess, yeah, that whole thing of your body, it's not a disadvantage. I actually think it's an advantage. You then become more aware of yourself and having to take care of your body. That's if you want to go down that alley. Some people might think, oh, I'm just going to enjoy the travel, you know, every man for themselves. But I think a lot of people in general then think, okay, I need to start figuring out how to take care of myself, because I gained a lot of weight at one point. And I think it was just different, eating at odd times, different times of eating. So I'll be eating breakfast when really it would probably be 10 o'clock down here, but it's a different time in Singapore or something. So yes, I think those would be the disadvantages: missing family and letting your body adjust to the different time zones and eating correctly and not getting that weight on. So I think that would mainly be it. To recap on the pros, it would be traveling and seeing the world, getting to share those experiences with other people, and the fact that you can bid for the places that you want to go to. So those would be my majors. And a disadvantage, as I said, would be missing those special occasions, you know? I just think in general, pros and cons, British Airways is a great company to work for. Me personally, I'm enjoying it so far. As is with any company, they've got their rules and regulations in order to make the company function well, and that works. It's just a great way to experience life. I would say working for British Airways is actually like a lifestyle. If you love travel, if you love travel, it's like a lifestyle. I think it's very addictive. I've met people that say, you know what, I'll do this for 6 months, and they're there 13 years later, you know, and it's very easy to see how that can happen. I will definitely be sharing other parts of my life within this space, YouTube space, and hoping that, you know, it can maybe impact, I can learn from other people. Please do connect with me. If there are any questions that you want to know about working for British Airways, please shoot it. I'll try to answer it to the best of my knowledge. If you've got any questions on the interviewing process, I know a lot of people sometimes want to know, so what is it like? How do you work? How does it function? So it's different all the time. You've got different times for when you report for a flight. I do like the fact that I feel like, in a funny way, you get more time off. You do a trip, you come back 2 days off or 3 days off. Not unless you're doing something called a Euro tour, you're doing something within Europe. I actually find short haul more tiring than long haul, but everyone's different. You've got some people that absolutely love short haul. They absolutely love it. They're like, yes, I want to do a Euro tour, and I want to go to Venice, and then I'm happy to go to Gothenburg, and then I'm happy to be, I'm like, oh, whoa, send me to Singapore. No, not Singapore. Send me to Cape Town. Send me to San Diego. You know? You know what? This is a really great experience. If you are thinking of joining British Airways or any air travel company, I say go for it if you love travel. You do work. It's not like you don't work and you're just there serving drinks and food. No, you actually do work. And the reason why you're actually mainly cabin crew or flight attendant or air hostess is for the safety. It is predominantly about the safety of passengers. The amount of training that you go through for working as a flight attendant or cabin crew is mainly about the safety of the plane. We know a lot about an aircraft. We know a lot in regards to what to do if there's a diversion or there's a medical casualty or something on board. We know quite a good few basics. So it's not to be taken for granted. Some people think, oh, you all just do absolutely nothing, you're just on the plane. No, we are also there, mainly there, first and foremost, for the safety. Killing two birds with one stone is the fact that we then serve. So yeah, it's not just there being like, yo, we save lives too. And there are many stories that I'm sure you can check out on Google of how a flight attendant has been the key role player in either stopping an accident from happening or being fully involved in one. So by God's grace, you know, that's not the case for many, but yeah, it's a fantastic job to get involved in. It's a great way to see the world. I really wanted to see the world, and I'm so happy and grateful and thankful that I am getting to see the world, and also staying on top of myself. I think it's pushed me to want to be more healthier as well. So yeah, that's it, guys. If there's anything else you want to know, like I said, please hit me up. Enjoy this journey with myself, growing within this channel, within life in general. This is the way society is going. We're sharing things, sharing is caring. So yes, guys, thank you. Thanks for your attention. Do let me know of anything else you want to say. I know I've said that before, so please do let me know. I also have another channel called Tea Talks where we share, where we talk to other people from different walks of life. I love people, like I said. So yes, if you haven't already, like this, subscribe it. That's if you liked it. Only if you liked it, like it. And please do subscribe and share away. If you know anyone that's thinking of joining British Airways, do share. And just thank you guys for your time and attention. That's my dog. And this is my Skylar. Say bye, Skylar. Bye. She loves the sock. Say bye, Skylar.